So right now we're about to go ahead and get ready to sand the bumper. So let me show you. Well, pretty much this is the bumper. So now we gotta sand this whole thing down to, 320 grit to just prep it and get it ready to change the color to black. So pretty much you're gonna sand it and we wanna get all the clear coat off. That's about it. Maybe try to get this flush too, but more importantly, get the clear coat off. So to sand down the bumper, we're going to use a 320 grit. We're going to use it on a very light pressure. We're not going to put a lot of pressure down on it because we don't want to scratch it up. We just want to simply remove the clear coat on the bumper so that way we can go ahead and change the color. Okay, so basically you see how it's starting to fade a little bit. That's me peeling off the clear coat right there, all the way down there. So that's basically what I got to do to this whole entire bumper besides the plastic piece down here, only on the paint. So let's go ahead and get to it. Once again, remember, we're not going to put a lot of pressure down because we don't want to make any deep scratches on the paint. We're clearly just removing the clear coat so that way we can change the color of the bumper. Simply just go back and forth until you see the white and you're good to go. All right, so we're finally done. As you can see, sanding the bumper right there. So let me go ahead and show you. It actually wasn't that bad. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Did take a little bit of long time because I was trying to make sure I got it done right. It's all about the preparation, man. So let's check it out. Here it is right here. As you can see, all the clear coat is gone for real, for the most part, for real. Like even in here, got to get them edges, man. So we good. I even got this down a little bit. I'm not too worried about it because I'm probably gonna put the cover back on, license plate cover. But if I bring it down, this is what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Even the side over there, got it all sanded down. Even in here, you got to make sure you're getting these corners. You know what I'm saying? Got it all sanded down. So that way, we can go ahead and spray it. I even kind of got behind here too. So when we shoot it black, it'll be good to go. So now that that's done, got to go ahead and do the inside of the hood so we can get that prepped as well. So go ahead. Okay, so here's the new hood. Here it is right here. As you can see, it's already black. I think it's like primed. It came primed. You still need to paint it the regular color black. So with the OEM color black, excuse me. Here it is. So now we got to go ahead and get the sandpaper and just, scuff it up so that way the paint can stick to it. So without further ado, gotta find some sandpaper over here somewhere, and I'll be right back. All right, so I got some 220. I was gonna do 80, but I feel like it's kind of too rough, so I'm gonna do some 220, and we're gonna do it like that. So I'm gonna set you up right here, and let's get to work. So we're simply repeating the same process we did for the front bumper. We're just gonna scuff up the actual inside of the hood. All right, you guys, so here it is right here. We pretty much scuffed up the inside of the hood. I just gotta take that part off and flip it up and scuff that, but this is pretty much what it looks like. Like, we're not going super crazy. We're just trying to scuff it up so that way the material we spray on there, which is a primer and a paint, has something to stick to. So I did end up switching out the pad. I actually used 500 grit because the other one was way too tough. As you can see, got down to the metal, but that's okay because the primer is going to fill it in. So got it scuffed up. So now we're on to the next thing, getting this and that prepared and taped off and everything to start spraying it with primer and then paint. Okay, also we do got a little bit of body work we need to get done today on the Jeep. So I'm gonna try to get that done. I'm gonna try to pull it in and get that done as well, since we already getting dirty and we priming and we sand and everything. So we might as well do everything at the same time, prep everything at the same time so we can paint all at the same time. So that being said, let's keep hustling. All right, so man, it's hot. Got this dang do-rag on to protect my hair from all this crap, all this sanding, but it is what it is. We finally got the Jeep in here on the angle. It's time to get to work on his body damage. So let me show you. The body damage is here. Really not too much on here. It's a little dent right there, as you can see. but the body damage is here on this side and coming around this small little spot here on this side. So we're going to tackle this first because obviously this is the big one. As you can see, the body line is right here. It kind of flares out a little like a bubble, and then the body line is here, right here. So it's kind of a little bit deeper right there. So what we're going to do is try to pull this line out here. With that being said, we got to get our tools, grinder, hammer, and all this other stuff. So let me grab the tools, bring them over to the car, set up, and then I'm gonna show you what I'm about to do. Boom, we got hammers, grinder, studs, puller, and of course the machine to heat them up. So here's the area right here. So sand it down, well, grind it down, put the studs, pull it, rinse, cycle, repeat. So let's set up camera and get to work, my boy. Okay, you guys, so now we officially about to start doing some body work. So here I got the grinder and we got to grind down the whole entire area. So I'm going to start on the bottom half, just going to simply grind it down until we get the exposed metal, and then I'm going to do the top half as well. And once we get that done, now we can prepare the panel to get the studs on there. Use the stud gun to place the stud onto the vehicle. Make sure you put it on the exposed metal and make sure you get that spark. Once you have the stud on there, put the sliding hammer onto the stud, make sure it's secure, and then start pulling out the dent. Make sure you're watching the panel as you're pulling out the dent so that way you don't overdo it and you can double check your work. Okay, so we just did the first pull, and as you can see, it came out right there. So basically we need to shoot one right there to kind of pull this out, and then we can just follow along that line there. But basically it's pretty much flush right there, it's out. So now we just need to hit it right there and we should be good to go. So basically here I'm doing the exact same thing, rinse, cycle, and repeat. We're going to do this all the way until we get the whole entire dent out of this vehicle. Make sure if you see it catching on fire like you just did, make sure you blow it out immediately. But just go ahead and repeat the whole process until we get this thing done. So watch me work. So here we go. Here is the after pretty much, and it looks like for the most part I got the dent out. So if you look at the line here, it goes straight down, and if you come from the angle, it looks pretty level. I probably can lift this piece up here and maybe lift these two up some more, but it looks pretty good. Can lift this up some, so I'm gonna probably blend it coming in up here. The low key don't look bad. It doesn't look bad. Like I said, I'm gonna probably blend it on those last two, and then probably get a little bit closer to the gas tank and pull it out as well. But so far, it really don't look bad. So now we just got to cut those studs off and maybe fill it. I might just go directly to the other side and try to do that side, and then come back and try to fill it. Who knows? But it looks good, bro. It came out pretty good so far. I'm gonna touch it up a little bit more so I can feel like it's 100% perfect, but I never know. So I'm gonna keep working at it. All right, so I just moved the car around and now I'm basically about to do the driver's side. I finished up the passenger side. Now I'm about to grind down the driver's side. Boy, I'm sweating. And knock this thing out. So let me show you what this side looks like. This side here is really not that bad. Really not that bad. It's basically this right here. So I'm gonna grind down everything inside, pull out this, and we should be good. That's basically it. But if you really paying attention, you can see there's a body line right then dead in the middle. So I'm thinking maybe I can hit it here and pull it out so we don't really cross that body line. Like right there. So anyways, let's see. All right, so this is basically what I got it down to. As you can see, I still kept the body line right there. That's why I kind of left this piece there. So I'm gonna try to pull it from here to see if I can, and this side, to see if I can keep that body line. So right here, guys, I'm trying to be very careful because like I just said before, I did not want to hit that body line. I did not want to get rid of the body line. I wanted to save it. So I was just being very careful just to make sure I don't grind it off. And then I can put the studs on there and pull it out. So I think I did pretty good. I think I saved the body line, but I also poured out the dent. So you let me know what you think. Comment down below. The body line is right here, still visible, but the dent is poured out. Look at that. Flush. Probably should pull this out just a little bit. Yeah, maybe like right there. But other than that, this is good. Step back. You feel me? Now we just gotta grind this down, put some filler on there. But I think I might hit this one little corner right here because it's a little bit lower than the rest of the panel. That corner right there, I think that's it, low key. We did both sides. Now it's time to, grind it down, fill it in with filler, and prime it and get it ready for paint. So pretty much I did all the body work. Little bumps and bruises that's on there. Besides the front end, of course, like earlier in the video, we already prepped the bumper and the hood to smack that on so we can paint everything at once. But so far, I think I did good, man. I think I really saved that body line. We go see once I started getting to do the filler and all that stuff like that. But I think I saved it. I think I did a good job. Y'all comment down below and let me know what y'all think. Now let's move on to the next step. So this right here is filler. As you can see, it's pretty smooth, kind of like a yellow and green color. But this right here is the filler that I was telling you about, and I already applied it. I let it dry and I started sanding it down, but I have to go a little bit further to get it 100% complete. So watch me work. Now, in order to sand down the filler, you actually have to go in angles. So you can go across any angle, just don't do it in circles. So pretty much what you want to do is get a sanding board, put your 320 grit on there, or you can use your different size grit, but you have to just make sure you knock all the excess filler off of the panel. So you want it to get it as smooth as possible as you can. Don't forget to always switch up the angles so that way you can get it as smooth as possible. This is what it's going to look like once you're done, pretty much smooth. And now we can go ahead and start priming it. So basically this is primer here. We already mixed it up. We have it in the spray gun. Now we just literally simply spray over the finished product, spray over what we just did. So that way we can have a good seal and a good base under the paint itself. So this goes on before we actually paint the car. So we got to prime every area that we sanded down and get ready to let it dry. And then hopefully we can double check our work before we start spraying it. So I'm gonna let the rest of the panels dry off. Then we go come back, check it out, see how it is. But as you can see, we made progress on this one. We just got to clear up one little small spot, and then we really should be good to go after this. So fingers crossed, man. One day at a time, one panel at a time. So now we're going to start putting the front end together. We're actually going to start with the front hood. Going to slap this on real quick. We got Damon going to help me out with putting this thing on. It's super easy. Just sit it in place on the brackets and put the bolts in and tighten it up. So once we get done with that, I'm going to bring over the front bumper that we already got ready for paint. You see, we got the black paint on the side. We cut it. That's what that means. We cut it. We just sprayed the side and not the front. So I'm going to sit that on there first, get it together. Once we got it on there, and look what we did, y'all. We got the front bumper on, we got the hood on, we did the sides. So now we almost good to go to let this thing dry overnight and hopefully paint next video. So make sure you like it, make sure you leave a like, make sure you comment down below, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.